Okay, with 11, 12, 13, 14, we're going to do the circumference and the area. But you'll notice these, they give you the diameter. You got 4 meters. So if you're going to use the radius, you're going to have to find the radius to do the area. The circumference, you can use the diameter or the radius. Since everything else you got to use radius, I normally use the radius for circumference too, just out of habit. So here, the circumference of number 11 here, the diameter is 4, the radius is 2. So if I'm using this one to find the circumference, I would go 2 times pi is 3.14. Remember, that is 3.14 times the radius would be 2. So on the calculator, you do your calculations, you type in 2 times 3.14 times 2. You should end up with rounded, I got 12.6 meters. Now if you use this one, the circumference with pi and the diameter, if you're not going to do the 2 part, well, you have to use the 4. You got to go pi, or that would actually be 3.14. It's getting kind of messy there. And you're going to end up with the same thing. It's going to end up being 12.6 would be the circumference, the distance around. To find the area, now remember, you can't use the diameter. You have to use the radius. So to find the area, I got to go pi. So I'm going to change the pi to that number. 3.14 is pi. 3.14 times the radius is 2. You got to divide the diameter in half. Did that in the first video. So it's 2 squared. So on the calculator, you go 3.14 times 2, or you can go 2 squared and then times 3.14. But I ended up with the area equaling 12.6 square meters. That's how much space is on the inside. So the circumference is around the outside, and the area is the space on the inside. Okay, this one here. First off, the circumference. I'm going to just go with this one because I like using the radius. If you want to try the diameter ones, you should end up with the same calculations. But here with the circumference, I'm going to go with 2 times 3.14, 2 times pi, and then the radius is going to be half of 22, which is 11. Okay, so I didn't do this ahead of time. So I got 2 times 3.14 times 11 equals 69.08. 69.08, which rounds off to 69.1 miles around the outside of that circle. Man, that's a big circle. 11 miles radius. Now if I want the area of this land, how many square miles? I would have to go the area equals, well, pi here, I got to use this formula. I got to go pi is 3.14 times the radius is going to be 11 squared. So here I'm going to do it the long way, clear. I got 3.14 times 11 equals 300. The area equals 379.94. So it's just going to round down to 0.9 square miles. That's a pretty good piece of land to own. Okay. I'll do, you can pause the video and try 13 and 14. But here I'll just show you the setup and then show you the answers that I got. So the circumference, whoops, let's stay with the Circumference, I'm going to use this one. The radius is 2.5, half of the diameter. The diameter is 5, so the radius is 2.5. So the circumference is 2 times pi, which is 3.14, times the radius is 2.5. Okay, so you go, I can put parentheses around that one too. 2 times 3.14 times 2.5. And rounded, I came up with the circumference will equal 15.7. Okay, to find the area, I have to use the radius. Okay, the radius. So the area is pi, so that symbol turns into 3.14. The radius is 0.2 or 2.5. 2.5 squared. This is a big miss here. People go 3.14 times 2.5 and they think that's it. And you got to do that squared. You got to go 2.5 times 2.5 times 3.14. You got to make sure 2.5 is multiplied by itself. So here, if I do that, if I go 3.14, 2.5 times 2.5, you end up with 19, I ended up with 19.6 square meters. Okay, and then the last one on the video, on this video, then I'll make a video of the rest so you can practice and check your answers. 14, the circumference is, let's do this one. Well, if you do this one, you would do pi 3.14 times the diameter 8. But since I need the radius anyway to find the area, I always just use the radius. So the radius is half the diameter, which is 4. So here if I go 2 times 3.14 times 4, the circumference, the distance around the outside, is going to be 2 times 3.14 times 4, rounded to the 10th place. I ended up with 25.1 yards. Okay, to find the area, you will want to do the this one right here, pi r squared, pi radius squared. So pi is 3.14, the radius is 4 times itself squared, so that would be actually 16. 4 times 4 is 16. So you go 3.14 times 16, or you can go 3.14 times 4 times 4. Whichever is most comfortable for you. And I ended up with number 1450.2 yards square. Okay, that's it. Hopefully it's not that difficult. What I'll do is I'll make 2 more videos. I'll do one with the setup and the answers for the rest of these, and I'll finish this side. I'll do the other 3 on the front page.